All right. Look at that. It is officially time for the round one wrap up. I'm Teddy, just as
I am
just
disembodied voice today. Hello, everybody.
yeah,
Welcome to
he's
the
in the
round one
background
wrap up.
working. Indubitably. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this set up here.
So, what information have you for us today, Tedward?
Ah, information aplenty I do have indeed. So what I'm doing first is making sure that I'm disabling the sound on the stream when I'm watching so I don't hear myself on play.
Yes.
Anyway,
We don't
all
need
right.
any extra echoes.
Hey, what's up, T Money? How we doing, bud? How we doing? Okay.
Is
Have a nice
G3
little
Arena
window.
rigged? It is rigged in the
Ah,
favor of all competitors. Everybody's a winner. No, I'm just kidding.
please hold all questions until the Q&A portion of the stream. I will be happy to answer any questions once we get to that point of the stream. But anyway, back to what I wanted to talk about first. Number one, I really enjoyed round one. For the most part, I got to sit back and just enjoy it as a fan. And Vio did a phenomenal job. Animated J and Recursion came in and provided some phenomenal judge work, which is results in feedback videos, which we'll get to in a moment. I know that's a burning question for T Money, especially. He has been quite avid in uh, in that, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Hold on a second. Why can I? Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here. One moment. There we go. Okay, got it. All right. Now we're in business. How come I can't see the chat? I'm just trying to make sure I can see the chat so I can keep up with you guys while you respond in. For some reason, it's not showing on my end on the stream.
I'm just happy to be able to see the chat. Last week on my stream, I couldn't see any chat except for the one thing, the one chat at the very beginning of the stream. I was very upset about that.
All right. Well, in the meantime, um,
I can just read the chat for you. It's fine.
yeah, I was gonna say. In the meantime, yeah, just keep me in the loop on what the chat's saying over there.
I will be the
I'm just
voice of chat. I'm
kind
you tonight, chat.
great. So yeah, round one was awesome. I really enjoyed the videos. I also really enjoyed the fact that a lot of the rules that we set and a lot of the little back doors that I left open for you when I designed this tournament are being used and taken advantage of. And I hope more of that happens throughout the tournament. And I hope it becomes a little more staple. Shout out to Animated J for giving me some of the ideas, or giving me confidence to put some of these ideas into the tournament, I should say, and definitely giving me some of the ideas as well. First things first, feedback videos, they're coming out now. We formatted them initially one way, and admittedly, that has turned into a lot more editing work per video than we had intended. And that is on us. Again, this is the first time we are doing this tournament in this format, but we really believe in this product. We really believe in this capability, so it's our intention to make sure that this is done right. Round two videos and feedback videos will be done in a slightly different format that'll be a little more conducive to our capabilities and the timeliness. And we're currently working on getting them out as fast as we can. I want to talk about some cool stuff that happened in round. Number one, Blur for OCD using the light up mask. I just want to highlight that real quick because that was fun. That's exactly the kind of stuff I had hoped was going to happen. Kudos. That's I bravo. I love it.
We
It's great.
rate it. We rate it
Um,
2 Italian hands out of 2.
and Zugzwang having that little, edited in appearance from the empty screen to with the title belt hanging in the background. Very subtle, very nice. I like it. I like it. It was good. Tie-Dye pulling a Lego out and tossing it to the side against Wonka.
No boofed Legos. That's crazy. That's crazy. He went for the boofed Lego gag.
He really
Of course
did
he
that.
did. Of course he
And
did.
it was, yeah. It for anybody that knows Wonka has a funny little saying when it comes to Legos that we won't necessarily address on a public stream, but we will acknowledge that it's funny. And the fact that Tidy came in and just played with it it's exactly why I said props are allowed. It's 100% why I said props are allowed, is for funny stuff like that. Also, light workers in general for wait, sorry, excuse me. Did I say that correctly? I might be misquoting. For Medicine for coming in as an alternate. Medicine for coming in. So his team using the alternate feature. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. That's the point. Surprises, unsure at any point, and he took the win against Scraps for light workers. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Granted, PM still came out on top in the overall match, which just proves that, hey, teamwork, right? Teamwork, which is great. I like it. And I saw some team and some company watermarks in the corners and stuff. That's great. I want You Got Moves competitions to be a place for everyone to come showcase who they represent, and for any company or team to feel okay representing yourselves, even if you're a direct competitor of ours, even if you also teach gloving lessons, or even if you also run competitions. Like, please promote your logos in the videos you submit to us, or sponsor a team to come in anyway. I mean, this competition was free, so there's no sponsorship necessarily, but perfectly fine. Do that. Everybody's welcome here. There are no shutout voices unless they prove, I don't know. I don't think there's shutout voices. Anyway, couple things. We had some rules that were not treated as well in round one. Number one, DMT, you guys just missed the submission form. That was just the deadline. I talked to Palmer. We worked it out. I understand things happen. They are not barred from further competitions, as the initial acknowledgement stated. But I'm sure DMT gave him a ring for it. So I'm sure he's not gonna miss that form again. But shout out to Palmer for being super cool, and also they are putting on Space City. He is participating. Oh, excuse me. He is participating in the production of Space City gloving competition. Am I correct on that, Chest?
I think so. I'm
Yeah.
about as certain of that as you are.
Great. Yeah. So they, yeah. Shout out, Space City gloving competition and Glow LEDs for putting on a live competition. February 22nd. What a phenomenal date, huh? And then
Chat is saying, Scott Stevens asks, is it okay if we clown on the opponent's team likeness?
Ooh. Well, technically there is no rule against that. I'll leave it at that. There's no rule that says you have to be nice.
There's no rule that says you have to be nice.
Sometimes you got get a little mean for the competition, you know what I mean? As long as after the competition's over that you kick one back and we're all friends, it's fine.
Yeah. Make sure it doesn't go too far to the
no,
point where you are
you know what I mean?
getting charged with harassment, but other than that, I probably should be fine.
Yeah, correct. We don't condone any violence or harassment, but banter and little good old-fashioned competition, phenomenal. Set it all up.
No particular reason. I was just asking curious. Yeah, no particular reason why Scott Stevens, Mr. Psych
Yeah,
himself, is
really, no
asking if he can
reason.
be mean, if he's allowed to clown on people. Yeah. No particular reason for her,
Well,
buddy.
to be fair, uh, yeah, we are going to get to the matchups, and we also are going to reveal the alternates for each team in this, and Jest has graphics for that uh, at his availability.
You tell me when. Which one? First one or second one?
Um, I believe the first one was the matchups, right? Double check it to make sure before you put it up.
I put it up. Yeah, it's the matchups. Card
Okay,
one.
great. All right, let me see here. So yeah, this card one is going to be the round 2 matchups,
Yeah,
and
let
we're
me put it
looking
up
at.
again. Let me here. Let me read it. Let me put it on
There we go.
repeat.
No, I got it. I see it now. So it's Bemo versus Wonka, Quantum versus T Money, NyteShyft versus Scraps, Zugzwang versus Hypnotoad, Sonder versus Biometric, and Tyrant versus JK. I mean, you want to talk about spicy. Uh, right off the bat, I gotta say the Bemo and Wonka match is very intriguing. I don't know about you. That match is, I am thoroughly intrigued. I'm also curious because I'm pretty sure that at least one team is going to put a substitute in, an alternate. I have a feeling both teams, or sorry, I have a feeling that at least one team, at least one person from each team is going to be substituted. Maybe not all teams, but I feel like this is the time where everybody's going to put some alternates in. And I also feel like there's a solid chance that we get some matchups that are even spicier than the ones that we're looking at now.
Are you hinting at something you know the answer to already?
No, I'm honestly, I'm just being hopeful. I'm really just being hopeful. I
Okay. All
uh
right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I would, but we haven't revealed the alternates yet, so I also don't want. I'm also kind of being cryptic because I haven't said that.
So we're gonna know who the alternates are, but we don't necessarily know if they're gonna be put in yet. Is what you're trying to say?
Correct. The names
Oh,
that we're going to
okay.
reveal on the next card simply state uh, who could enter, and they can fill in for any one person at any one time. So alternate number 1 could fill in for Glover A, B, or C. Alternate B could also fill in for a different Glover that same round. So technically speaking, only one of each team member that you see on these matchups is guaranteed to be there, theoretically. It's very interesting
Interesting.
dynamics.
Very interesting dynamic.
So, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. The Okay, let's do it, man. Let's put the alternates up.
All right.
Put the other
Here they
card
go.
up.
The
Let's
other
go ahead.
card. Here's the rosters. What are we expecting to see here? Some nonsense, I'm sure. Roster mania.
Yeah, so let's look at the whole roster card, shall we? So yeah, this roster. Let's bring out. Let's look at the PM uh substitutes, right? Alternates right there. We got Infinite and Thor, right? Infinite and Thor. Infinite won the G3 Battleground singles bracket.
Ooh, the ringer.
Thor competed in the PM bracket and the PM for the PM team in the team bracket, and I feel like he's very hungry for a little redemption. So I would be shocked if we didn't see each of them at least once.
But
Uh,
wait a second. Can I just like skip to the end at the very low right hand corner where we see some information in the form of a three-letter word
Relax,
that might as well be a
patience,
swear word?
patience,
No
patience,
patience.
sir,
There is some
patience.
there's some aggravation going on here. There's some irritation some vexing information that just needs to come out.
Calm down.
You might say that it would be time to be a little bit calmer about it until we get there.
There is no calm.
For Troll Squad, we've got Danny Phantom and Psych, and I happen to have an ear to the ground to know that despite community controversy, Mr. Phantom has been hard in the dojo doing things. Pause, that sounded. Anyway, he has been doing stuff and he's been leveling up, so it's very curious to see if that holds
Okay.
true or if he gets to flex that stuff. Damien and Vincent Van Flo. You know, I'm just gonna put it out there. If you know, you know. And if you know, you might be scared.
And if you don't know, what if you don't know?
Now you know. Or now you've got a reason to go look through Glover's Lounge and see what I mean.
And find out.
Correct. Indeed,
The fuck around portion has not started yet, so you can go find out before you actually make a mistake.
Indeed. And yes, Jess, let's go ahead and talk about the fact that Calmer and Vex are PLL substitutes. I know that's what you wanted to talk about, so go ahead. Say what you want to say.
We haven't seen Vex compete in quite a long time, so
since he won for KC.
If it is not the round to be subbed in, then I don't know. Can he be subbed in next round, or is he only allowed to be subbed in this round? How's that work? Is he a sub in for any round?
Correct. Yeah. So the way the alternates work is any team can look at a matchup and go, we should sub, like, you know, this person going against this person, we should sub them out. Or if a sub really wants to compete, like, yeah, I want to compete, but I just want to do like one match, right?
Right.
Be like, all right, cool, we'll save you for an alternate
But they can only be used once? Is that how it works?
No, I guess they can be used once per round. So theoretically, if the team, an alternate can just replace somebody if they want to, or theoretically, an alternate can replace Glover A one round and Glover B the next round, or A one round and C the next round, or B one round and C the next round. But the same Glover.
But they could either way. They could be in every match, just replacing someone else.
The way it works is the names in white right there. So like Zugzwang, Sonder, and Tyrant, right? Those guys, those have a fixed thing. Zugzwang is Glover A, Sonder's Glover B, Tyrant's Glover C. They're either in that spot or they are subbed out.
Right.
However, Damien or Vincent Van Flo can go into any one of those spots, or they cannot compete.
Right.
So they can put in anywhere in any position.
They are the pinch hitter. Makes sense.
Correct.
Which is why I am just beside myself that we get to see Vex compete again, and I hope to see them switch him in this round against Vincent Van Flo. That's what Scotty's seeing. Scott says Vince Van Flo versus Vex is a wet dream matchup, and I can't really say he's wrong about that. Honestly,
it is not an incorrect statement. That would be a crazy matchup.
He's out of line, but he's not wrong. Anyways, so I was gonna say if it was only one sub, then I would not be surprised to see Vex just get subbed in for the last match if they were to make it all the way to the finals. But the fact that he can go every round, then would not be surprised to see him just getting put in at random spots.
Yeah, it's a fun dynamic. It gives us a lot of capability, and it gives the tournament a lot of strategy to the teams. Like you can try to think of like, okay, who's going to do what, and then try to figure it out. And you can either be right or you can be wrong.
There's an element of game theory in it, in that you got to guess to see if you're playing an alternate against someone, and maybe they're gonna play the alternate thinking that you're gonna play the alternate. So it's like a guessing
Yeah, and
game
I don't
of,
want
are you going against door 1 or are you going against door 2? And you never really know. And that's crazy. But JJ, the jet plane man himself, says, I hope they get Vincent in this round, to be honest, versus Biometric. Vincent versus Biometric would be an interesting matchup, too.
that would be. Hopefully, Biometric's video is correctly viewable and formatted.
Oh, is he getting called out right now? Is he getting
So I just
in
want to say,
trouble?
so
Are
I
you
do
in
want to talk about
trouble,
this. I
Biometric?
do want to talk about what
Oh.
happened. Yeah. So in round, I got distracted from this because we talk about Space City Gloving competition for a minute. But Biometric's video there. If you look at the scorecard on yougotmoves.com/G3, which you can find in the description of this video, if you look at um, his scorecard, it says no vid, and the reason was because of a rule that is placed, which is the videos are submitted in a Google Drive format so that we can download them without losing quality, and then put them into our streams and things like that. And it's also done that way so that we can view it and judge it without having to worry about YouTube views or things like that. So if a Glover fails to submit a video with that viewership correct, they lose that match. However, PLL did pull out the win against Dracos with Attitude, and they still won the match overall. And it
Having a third of your team DQ and still win is crazy work. Not even gonna lie.
It's pretty crazy, but it's a cool team aspect because it means like the rest of the team pulled their weight.
Yeah,
And
more
I'm
so.
sure that
Picked him up fireman's carry and ran with it.
I feel like I'm sure that Biometric and the team ambassador for PLL I'm sure they got brained by the team enough to feel punished
roasted
for it.
en masse in the group chat. If he
like
didn't get roasted in the group chat, he deserves it. Straight up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a lot of this team aspect tournament. You can take the alternates down, by the way, if you want. I feel like the team aspect of this tournament is adding a lot of dynamics that fix a lot of the inherent complications with gloving competitions. And I also think there's something to be said about being able to cheer on your team and being able to have that camaraderie and working together to do something.
I mean, solo gloving competitions are lonely, like honestly, unless you're there with your squad and they're the type of support that I've always experienced from the PM brothers. Like honestly, like this gives that so much more meaning. A team sport gives that so much more meaning.
Yeah, and I think if we ever do a live event again, there will always be a team element to the competition, or to at least the main event of the competition. Maybe there'll be a singles bracket, but the team battle will always be the main event, 1000%. And I can't promise we're going to be doing another event, but I can say the conversations are happening.
Conversations are happening. It's not happening, that's for sure.
Well, this part of this competition is going to help us get there. So this G3 Arena is a phenomenal example of what we can do with just a little time on our hands. And mostly shout out to Vio, who is just absolutely killing this competition, just slaying all the logistics on the back end of this. Like, this guy is an absolute monster. And I got to give the man his flowers. Vio is an absolute king. You see him, give him a hug, tell him he's awesome, because G3 and probably You Got Moves would be a lot lower in operational quality without him helping us out and doing what he does. So
that's
just
facts.
shout out to Vio.
Shouts out to Vio. He's always the MVP in my stream too.
1000%. Big shout out to Vio, just making it happen. Top tier.
All right, Tedward, what else you got for us? That was all of the information on your list here, unless you got something secret that you want to tell us about.
Well, no, what's after that is just a general Q&A. If anybody has any questions that I haven't answered yet. So we got a few people in the chat. So if anybody has any questions before we go.
Yeah, there's 4 of you gremlins that are allowed to use me as your voice right now. So what do you want me to say?
I actually do have the chat open now, so I can.
Yeah, but it's more fun this way. Then now I can say stuff and not take responsibility for it.
Standard operating procedure, indeed. All right. Well, I guess we answered all the questions with the stream.
It seems pretty quiet over here in Chatville. So all right then.
No problem. This is a mostly informational video, so. I didn't expect a whole lot of people to tune in. Plus, it is also a Tuesday afternoon, so not the usual Sunday that we pop in. I apologize for
going up on a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. We had some stuff happen. Who's gonna win?
Who's gonna win?
Yeah. I'm gonna close the chat so that Jess can.
Yeah, that's my job. Who's gonna win? Says T Money.
Man.
Caster's cursed. We gotta call it right now so that they lose. That's how it works, isn't it?
Oh no.
I don't think we can give anyone the Caster's curse right now. We can't say who's gonna win. Because if we're right, then it's rigged, and if we're wrong, then absolutely they're mad because we gave them Caster's curse. There's no winning the answer to that question.
I think the correct answer, and the true answer in my book, is I just hope the matches are as good as they have potential to be. Because some of these matchups are crazy.
Some of them are crazy. Some of them are a little more sane than others.
When you add in the alternates, the matchups are even crazier.
There's so many room for activities.
There is so much room for activities, and I am just excited to see it happen. I'm grateful to be able to help make it happen.
T-Money says, Jest and Teddy, Tut Tuesday participation today. And that'll be a negatory on my... I will not be doing any tutting on this fine Tuesday. Teddy's on camera. Give us a tut, Tedward. Give us a tut, Tedward. Tutting Tedward too. Those are finger rolls. That's finger wiggles. Oh, that was a slam. We're looking for a tut. Give us a tut. Yeah. T-Money says, I'm excited to see PM versus Troll Squad. I'm excited to see the live stream and the feedback videos. He is very excited. You're a very excited person. And we're good. We're excited for that. We're enthusiastic for the enthusiasm.
Indubitably.
So smash that like button, share the stream. If you know people who are involved in this shindig that we got going on here, also share this stream with Biometric so that he can see that and his squad, so that he can see that we told him that he needs to be roasted in the chat. Definitely do that.
Correct, indeed.
But other than that, I think that handles pretty much everything. He's given us some angles and some wrangles and some phalangle dangles. See, a lot of this is angular finger rolls. Does that count as tutting? Oh, T-Money says beautiful tutting. All right, it counts. He says it counts.
Yep, counts as tutting.
It counts. All right, T-Money says yes.
T-Money approved. We're good.
1% said yes. 2% said no. 97% said, who the hell is Moop? All right. On that note, I don't think we got anything else to say. So
yeah, no, that was great. Thanks for the stream, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all later.
All right, tune in on Thursday for my thing.